Marjorie Lewis.
Yeah, this is me. Hey, first up, man, and I swear, about boy.
Okay. We all know that's the one and only Hezekiah Walker. And Louisville's own Mr. Jason Clant, born talking about it will get better, and that is a definite. We're on this side of glory coming at you right now with the soulful sounds of Derby Town, so things are better.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, things are better. God must be mad at me. This is a poem written by Mr. Paul Mullins, who we had on the show a couple of weeks back. And I want to send out special prayer. I want everyone listening to us today to lift up in prayer the family of Miss P, Miss Polly Flippins. I couldn't say her name while she was on this side, but I got to say her name today. Because she my girl. She's my girl. And she always will be. But the Lord took her home this morning around 10:28. And I just want to thank him for her life and the blessing that she was in all of our lives who knew Miss P. She's a special kind of girl. Our baby, she made you laugh when you wanted to cry. Good people. Sweetheart. Miss P. So Paul wrote, God must be mad at me. I think I know why my life is a mess. When with a gift he did me bless. Because I am not the best I could be, I think that God must be mad at me. Given the ability to do as I wanted, it is by this knowledge that I am haunted. As a do-nothing youth I did not see. This is why God would be mad at me. Bestowed with the power of 140, the possible makings of a mental hero. In silence I suffer most somberly, for I think that God must be mad at me. When I should have been polishing my game, I didn't, and sought others to blame. But I controlled this life for sure, not thee, for it was I who made God mad at me. I know God thinks I have a lot of nerve to wish for things that I don't deserve. I must strive and work more vigorously if I don't want God to stay mad at me. And after I have done my very best, only then will I sit back and take my rest. Then will I ask him most religiously, God, are you still mad at me? I think not. I don't think the Lord is ever mad with us. He just waits patiently for us to get it together.
Yes, ma'am.
And then when he's ready, and we've done all that we're supposed to do on this side of glory, he calls us home to better benefit of all his love and all of his blessings. So to Tadell and your sister and your brother, I want you to know that your mama is resting in the loving arms of Jesus, and she's okay.
Amen.
The one thing I saw on Wednesday, when somebody tell you they don't have much time, you think, what are you talking about? And the Lord lets you see exactly what he's talking about. But I just thank the Lord for her life and the blessing that she was in my life and all the other lives that she touched. And we'll continue to lift her family and the family of Mr. Ron Lewis and his sister Connie and the death of their Connie's great-grandson, Ron's nephew, a couple of weeks ago, young man at 14 years old who got murdered, and then the family of Pat Thompson, the Francis family at my church, Ebenezer, and all of those in our listening audience and all over the world who must grieve for the loss of one physical presence with you. But if you know the Lord and you rest assured and trust and stand faithful in that cause, you know where they are. They're not gone and they're not lost. They're still with you. So you keep them alive in your memory. Keep them alive in your heart. We're going to spin a lot of records for you today. Polly had given me a list of her favorites sometime back when Soulful Sounds of Derby Town first came on Toy. She was one of my most staunch supporters the first year
Yeah, so what
we came
like
out.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to know you got a friend in me, okay?
I know.
Because I lost my grandmama and 3 months ago, and I know, like, for some reason when you go through death, it seems like the people you think supposed to be here, they run from you. And it be somebody else stepping up and being there for you. And I just want you to know that you have a friend in me if you need to call somebody, talk to somebody, okay?
All right. Well, I'll take you in and out of the night. You got your stuff on silence, but you always answer me back.
I've been in the studio. I'll be downstairs, baby. I appreciate you, brother.
Call me. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. You've been doing a marvelous job for the Soulful
that
Sounds.
too. I appreciate you.
Town, making sure that you're getting our product out there.
Yes, ma'am.
On YouTube and everywhere you're putting it. You do a fabulous job. The Lord has blessed you with skills and talents that is, again, helping a lot of folk, man. And God loves you, and so do we. So we do thank you for what you're doing here for Soulful Sounds of Derbytown. But again, Miss P was a staunch supporter of this radio program, and she always told me, she said, and you're talking about a library of music. Now, Robert Butch Williams, one of the co-founders, he and Ron, of the Soulful Sounds of Derbytown brand, they have a lot of music, a lot of knowledge about musicians of and in Kentucky, and of course all over the world for that matter. I don't think it's too many folk that's ever did anything that Butch or Ron doesn't know something about, and I know it's a couple other people, Doug Van Buren, who has helped us curate the Kentucky Music Heritage Foundation's great collection of artifact that you must come to 1701 West Muhammad Ali and take advantage of. We're going to be doing a listening room experience pretty soon, where just as we spend all these great sounds over the air for you, we're going to take maybe a Wednesday and a Thursday over at the center and have a listening room experience where you can come in and we'll spend some of those 33s and 78s that some of you all remember. So we have some great stuff. We got Reggie there. Like I said, Butch and Doug Van Buren has made sure that the music of Louisville is preserved. So today we're going to take a listen to some great stuff that we've got in our archive. Coming up is one of the favorites that Miss P loved so much, from my guy John here. And last week, we spun some things. I asked you to call in and tell me I did some things from one of our international stars here from Louisville, Kentucky, and nobody called in. She gave you her name, and I still didn't get any callers, but that's okay. Like I said, I'll keep my compilation tapes, play them for myself. I ain't got to give them y'all. Take a listen.
Time to cry, the rain is pouring down. There's better focus now. You place me on my feet.
I got it out a little bit. I'll be all right.
It's hard to lose people like that. It's hard to lose people that got your back and support you. Because they be your motivation on days that you don't want to do it.
Right.
Yeah, you can't let them down. So, I noticed as you get older, death starts just coming on a regular.
Oh, God, tell me about it. Way sooner than you expect.
Right.
Well, H-A-double-P-Y. Well, yeah. All right. Does he make you H-A-double-P-Y? Well, if you don't, something wrong, which is all I gotta say, cause joy and long suffering go hand in hand. You can't get one without the other. They two bookends coming at you in this life, and you got to deal with it. I got a trivia question. If you answer it for me, call in 795-1019. I'll give you I'll give you something. I had to think about it, see, because I'm going to have to first see if you're going to answer me. So which flower is sacred in Buddhism? I'm going to give you 3 questions, just in case you don't know that one. Do arteries bring blood to or away from the heart? This is a Black History moment here. Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still exist? We're going to take a listen to a couple of 3 tunes back to back. Got the Prince Philip Mitchell on one, we got Bobby Left, the Ambassadors on another, and then we got Jerry Green with a classic coming at you right here at the Soulful Sounds of Derby Town.
Jerry Green and the dude got that club on a little bit. Yeah. I ain't never heard no news. I know they said
he can sing his butt off, yeah. This was when they were killing the children in Atlanta. Remember when they was killing all those babies?
That's just the name of a band?
No.
That's just one person?
Yeah, okay. Jerry Green.
Yeah, I ain't never seen
He's got a club called Jerry Green's and Friends. He's up on 2nd and Broadway.
Yeah, he used to be out like Hurstman.
Right.
Yeah. So he done moved in here. I've been in there like years ago. The old school cats and everything when I went in there.
Oh, yeah, man, get down.
Yeah.
Backwards skating.
Yeah. All right. So you just got 3 songs back to back from the Soulful Sounds of Derby Town compilation tape and from the archives of Mr. Robert Butch Williams. Thank you, Butch. Now, the last tune you heard was called Closed Chapter. It's by a group by the name of the Checkmates. Anybody that can call in and tell me who that lead singer was on that song, I will bless you with the 2025 compilation CD of the Soulful Sounds of Derby Town. The song before that, the gentleman before Bobby Lefford became the lead of the Ambassadors, also had the name of Bobby, but his last name was a little bit different, even though it started with an L. If you can tell me anything about him, give me a call, 795-1019. And don't forget also that, this program live streams on WLLVonline.com. It's 101.9 F.M. 1240 AM. Louisville's best gospel station in the whole wide world. And the internet password, of course, is Louisville 502. So that's 795-1019 or 502-571240. So, Soulful Sounds of Derby Town coming right at you. I'm going to bless you now with a little music from my granddaughter, Tristan. I need to hear Miss Polly really love Tristan. She got an opportunity to see Tristan when we brought her here back in October of last year in concert at the Kentucky Center for African American Heritage. She's grown not only in her ability to write beautiful songs and play, because she plays viola, piano, guitar, anything you put in front of her.
She's talented.
Yeah, she's very talented, and she's a sweetheart. And again, as a lyricist and a songwriter myself, we operate from our experiences.
Yes, ma'am.
So Tristan has done a beautiful job sharing her story in and with her music. So we're going to take a listen to Just Kiss Me and First Love.
Sorry about that. I was trying to turn my sound off.
Even though you've been made,
It's okay.
I've been so lonely without you. Even though you've been right here, I'd spend my days watching you raise other You'll honor the promises you made, but I know the words are see through.
Miss Tristan Marcel, right here from Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, sir. That's my girl. Yes, it is. So don't forget that Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, 1057 South 28th Street on July 12th. We'll be having our youth explosion right there on our church parking lot. We're going to have vendor booths available for young people. Those are $15 for adults and entrepreneurs. There'll be $35. And we're going to have all kinds of games and giveaways and educational things that will familiarize you not only with what is expected of us when it comes down to what should we be doing in our community from the perspective of what thus said the Lord, but also, accountability, where we've taken the opportunity to tune in and tune up.
Yes,
How many of you know who can call in and tell me what the Ma'at is? Ma'at, M-A-A-T. See, besides spinning all this great music, our main objective here at the Soulful Sounds of Derbytown is to continue to educate our people, our community, about not just the culture of our people, about culture as a whole, because we are world history. Any of us is on this side of glory. All of us are connected. Mr. Steve Ray, Mr. Wynn, all of these people who, K.L. Kirby, all of these people who come into our community and bring these wonderful gifts that they have for us to explore and find out about ourselves. When I hear people say that our history isn't important, it's distressing. It could be depressing. As
I
my
never
pastor
heard nobody say it, but that sounds real stupid.
Well,
They somebody say it.
Well, now
Yeah.
we've been indoctrinated by a society that teaches us stupidity.
Do you believe now that our history ain't taught more than when we was growing up? Because when I was growing up, they had a lot of African shows at the boys' club.
Yeah.
They were trying to teach you about where you came from. Do you still feel that message is out there strong like that?
Well, if you look at it for what it's really like, this world is not our own.
Right.
And like I said, we've been indoctrinated by the enemy, and we have to be aware. If it wasn't for the Spirit of the Lord in us, and until we acknowledge that, and we begin to operate in the blessings of the Spirit, the kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, long suffering, joy. In the midst of our pain, we must find joy. And it's not that we must find it, we do find it, because, you study to show yourself approved. The good Lord lets you work it out for yourself. That's what you got to work it out for.
Yes, ma'am.
So depression is real. Everybody goes through some states of depression. All of us do. We have to be mindful that that's what it is and not run from it.
So if you ain't speaking on your depression, do you feel you digging a deeper hole just as a person as a whole?
Well, you're more apt to be manipulated and controlled.
Yeah.
Again, by medications. Now some people may need medication. Some people are hypersensitive, or some people are so low on the self-esteem totem pole that again that you're constantly comparing yourself to others when all you have to do is work on whatever you feel like your shortcomings are. Normally they're not shortcomings. It's just you have to do the work. You have to, and first of all, you have to be obedient. You grow up. We grow up. If you grow up not obeying your parents, you're not going to be able to obey yourself.
And your kids going to disobey you.
Baby, they're not going to be listening to you at all.
I really believe it. I done seen it happen. So.
Consistently.
I remember, and that was a saying that they said that came true, and I seen it.
Yes, man. I tell you, today we had Youth Sunday at our church, and it was an absolute joy to watch those young people after coming back from kids across America. This young man gave a testimony so powerful when he was talking about having lost his brother and the pain that he felt and the loneliness that he felt. But coming in concert with others and sharing with individuals of his age who were also going through some things, they were able to help one another. You have to speak it. The enemy is able to get in us because we don't talk about what's wrong. We shift blame.
Right.
We point fingers.
Right.
But if incest could not prevail if, somebody threatens you, they touch you wrong, and say, if you tell so-and-so and so-and-so, I'm going to so.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You just going to have to so-and-so and so. I'm telling on you.
Yeah.
See, you have to nip it in the bud, as they used to say. You cannot let these things continue on as if they did not happen.
Right.
You have to address it. Once you address it, yeah, it may be painful, but you're going to come through that. What you won't come through is hiding it in your heart and in your spirit. And then before you know it, you're turning it on yourself and others, and you're doing the same thing to someone else that someone did to you. Mm-hmm. So you have to speak to those things that despitefully use you, just like people. Hey, our humanness, our lack of regard for one another would lead us down a dark hole.
Yeah. Mama said don't say nothing about what goes on in her house. So you better not
she
say
said
that.
When she's talking about it in her house, she's supposed to be talking about it in her house.
Yeah. Mama said don't say nothing what's going on in her house, you're going to get in trouble.
Well, she meant that too, but that was the way, that was when we had to, see, that was a form of protection if you think about those times.
Yes, ma'am.
Because if you let what was going on in your house known anywhere else and seeing, because you were working for other people in other people's houses, listening to what was going on in their houses, and you bringing it back, so you're always comparing yourself. You have to deal with your own issues before you allow other people to give you advice. Mm-hmm. And then if you ask questions, you seek help from those that are qualified to give it to you. Everybody's not qualified to give you good information. So we're going to play some more music. We ain't got long before Black Roots Bluegrass, because I know Bertram is going to bring us some more solid gold. I think he was telling me he might have a live interview with Mr. Marcus Click. I tell you, hey, we're uncovering some great things here at the Soulful Sounds of Derby Town. So I think I got a little Faith Filler coming at you right now. Let's check it out.
If only for a moment or two. The songbird Lord, he's so rare. And the music is see his smiling, feel his yearning, trying to put some magic in your name. Won't you carry me away, carry me away.
You got a caller online. He said you got a caller online.
Got a caller? All right, I understand we have a caller on the line. Who am I speaking with today?
Yes, this is Betty Sue.
Hi, Miss Betty. How are you?
That's my radio name.
Betty Sue.
I love listening to you all every Saturday.
Oh,
I listen to you
Appreciate
guys.
that.
Oh, great.
I'm not that old. I was born in 1952.
Okay.
And I have older siblings,
Mm-hmm.
like 8. And this music, back in y'all's time, back in the day, I mean, it meant so much.
Yes.
And as a child then, I love to hear that music. And I just love the program. Just love
Oh, well, thank you,
We
Miss
truly
Betty.
appreciate
I
that.
appreciate that. We sure appreciate that. Absolutely. Just
You have a
continue to
blessed
listen.
day, too.
Continue to listen and share with others, because, again, like I said, the men and women who did this music, made this music for our listening pleasure, it brings us solace, because it plays to where we were and what we were doing, and it also speaks to our experience and to our narrative. So we appreciate the fact that they did what they did, and we appreciate the fact that you're doing what you do. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And civil rights movement, everything.
Yes. Ever.
With oppression, everything back then. And these young kids out here killing each other.
Well,
Wake up.
well,
Thank you. Y'all have a blessed day.
yes, baby. Yes, absolutely. But we have to understand, too, that we dropped the ball down the road here. Dr. King, them doing the civil rights movement, They did their work, and then there was still work to be done. And what happened was that we thought that we were just to rest on our laurels, and that wasn't what was supposed to happen.
Right.
We allowed our enemy to educate our children, and we have to be responsible and accountable to that. So they're not lost. They're doing what they do out here because they're in retaliation and they're angry, and they have a right to be angry because, again, we didn't connect the dots. We didn't require them. We did everything for them instead of making them accountable. And like you said, we had to earn our living. If we wanted new tennis shoes, we had to get a job and help Mama buy those tennis shoes. They didn't just go buy us no tennis shoes.
And my mama ain't brought me none since 15. For real.
I tell you what. But look here, we got a little bit of, we're going to listen to a little bit of Bobby Falk, Gary Falk's son. We got a little jazz for you going out before we bring in the next segment of Soulful Sounds of Derby Town.